Welcome back to IRTV at Internet Retailing Expo 2018. Now, wandering the show floor, there's some incredible stands. One of the most popular we've seen is the Braintree stand. So we just grabbed Dan from the stand quickly. Just tell us what you do and a bit about what Braintree does.
Sure, well thanks for having me on first of all. I work in the enterprise sales team for the EMEA region for Braintree. Braintree is ultimately a PayPal company, so we're a specialist in online payments. We do mobile, credit card and alternative payment methods really well.
Great, now,
Go on.
so we get that, but there's something new, isn't there? So we don't often do breaking news at the show. However, just for today, tell us what you've got up your sleeve.
Well,
Just coming out now.
my colleague from marketing, I will make sure she doesn't kill me for saying all this, but so we're going to launch a brand new service which is called Braintree Extend. And what that is really a set of tools that's about extending the commerce experience beyond checkout, and how Braintree can help you not only do kind of the nuts and bolts, the plumbing of taking payments really well, but how we can help you as a retailer or as a merchant develop partnerships within the ecosystem to ultimately drive the bottom line.
Right, so all of that, I understood the individual words.
Okay.
I just want to put it together with an example.
Okay.
So how would it work? So let's say I'm on a mobile, I'm looking at a retailer site, I understand the payment bit.
Yep.
What else where else will Braintree Extend be reaching out to me?
So there's a couple of great examples we can look at. The first one would be our partnership with Skyscanner. So you might be familiar with using Skyscanner if you're going on holiday to book a flight. You'll put in your destinations, you put in your dates, and you'll get several options of who you can fly with. Normally you click the button and it will take you off to the airline site for you to book your ticket. What Braintree Extend does, and the partnership that we have in place with Skyscanner does, is it makes that transaction happen on Skyscanner's site. So it's really high converting. You don't go off to the airline site. We pass the payment information and the customer information in a secure and compliant way to the airline, and it makes a really nice and a really nice experience for the consumer that keeps them coming back to Skyscanner to book.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, that's a part of a trend of, instead of making the customers thumb do all the work and go through things, is bringing everything, whether it's in social, whether it's in search, whether it's in complex configuration sites, is just making that transaction just under the thumb.
Absolutely, and discovery is the other one. So you'll be familiar with platforms like Pinterest and Instagram. We really see this as a great way for merchants to reach their customers and their potential customers in an environment before they reach their site. So somebody might be shopping for something to do with their hobbies on Pinterest, for example. Well, wouldn't it be great if they could buy everything they need to make that project directly on the discovery engine, without having to go off to a site, build a basket, put in their details and then check out? We can just make that happen seamlessly.
And what I like about it is that this is, I think, the start of the death of the basket. And if you think about e-commerce, since the late 90s, it's all been about jamming people on this dysfunctional journey to get to think all a basket and squeeze them through. Whereas now you're talking about people who are spending their lives on their phones, researching, chatting, being inspired, and the purchasing is no longer a thing. It's just part of that interaction with the brand.
Exactly. I mean, I see it happening to myself. We all get increasingly demanding with being able to call an Uber in New Delhi when you step off a plane in a country you've never been before, and it just happens and it's paid for. Suddenly having to go through a crappy checkout experience really doesn't work for us anymore. So we're trying to enable that shortening of the time between want and get. That's really what we're about.
Great name. I like the idea, extending throughout the whole journey. But I'm wondering, maybe we should step up and declare 2018 as the end of the basket, and just payment everywhere. Maybe this is the time.
Happy to do that in conjunction with you.
Well, look, this could be the last time we ever talk about baskets. If it's not, we'll just delete this video and we'll pretend we thought of it anyway. But thank you so much for joining us, telling us about Braintree Extend. Very interesting, and thanks again for your contribution to the show.
Thanks for having us in. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks.